Mo, you made it.
I made it.
We went through hell and back, and now we're back.
Dude, we're in hell.
We're in hell. We're
in hell.
We're in my basement.
It smells nice in here.
Does it?
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
It smells of loving family.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, you know.
We didn't cook in here, so just the overall vibe of...
I might have farted to add to the ambiance.
Oh, that's why it's so good. I'm so glad that you could contribute to all the variety of smells that are happening down here.
I do enjoy contributing to good smells, man. I smell of pumpkin pie and a white woman. I just do. I do.
You had a Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a Thanksgiving.
You had a family Thanksgiving with your girlfriend's family.
Who are very good people. It was a great time. Good time. I had a lot of salmon. Dude, they had salmon hors d'oeuvres, they had cooked salmon. There's no turkey.
Oh.
It was surf and turf.
What was the surf? What was the turf?
The turf was a steak. It was actually filet mignon, I think.
They had filet mignon and salmon at their Thanksgiving. What a bunch of weirdos. Nice people.
Delish.
Nice people.
Delish.
Freaks.
Oh, did you have a turkey?
Yes.
Did you have a fried turkey?
No, we didn't do that. Did you? I bet it's really good.
I don't think so.
You don't think a deep fried turkey would be delicious?
That sounds like turkey's already nasty, and like you're gonna I don't know, man.
I don't know. I
Good way to set your house on fire.
That's the cool part. You're like playing. You get to play a little bit with fire.
Do you like to cook?
I do.
Have you ever spatchcocked a chicken before? It's like to rip its back out.
No, I've seen. I know what it is. I've never tried it.
There are people who spatchcocked like turkeys. Is that how you had your turkey, or was it just whole turkey?
We had a regular whole turkey in the oven. We didn't spatchcock. If I was spatchcocking, I would want to do it with like a sword. I would want to like.
Agree.
Chop it hot. I want as much violence as I can do to make my food taste good.
There's not enough day-to-day violence out there. Like, we need to let it out. Good old ultra violence.
I want to get it out. I want to take it out on a turkey.
Yeah. We should. You have to catch your dude. There are enough wild turkeys out here. We can make that happen.
I didn't say I want to go after a turkey with a sword.
You're saying you don't want to go at night,
though. At night, they're probably tougher to find at night.
Yeah, but they're out there more, you know?
Are they?
You get multiple at a time.
No, though it would be... how cool would it be to just... You get your sword, you're sharpening it, you know, you're wearing that bandana. You got to wear the bandana.
It's a must.
You're like, all right, let's go turkey hunting. And they're like, oh, you're going to get the little rifle? It's like, nah. I got my samurai sword. I'm going to go hunt for a turkey like they did in ancient Japan.
That's how the Japanese did it. I know they did.
The ancient turkey hunting skills. No, I would love...
Did you contribute to your Thanksgiving? Did you make something?
My presence was the present.
The presence was the present.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make anything either. I don't think we even... Oh, dude.
You brought halwa. You brought halwa to Thanksgiving.
Oh, I did bring halwa. Yeah, I brought some halwa.
This guy, all he talks about is halwa. All he dreams of halwa. He loves halwa, okay?
It's halwa, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Good.
And he wanted me to know. And guess what? He's like, oh, I'll get you a piece of halwa.
I still have it in the house. I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you next Mo Keith Time episode. I will bring you halwa.
How does it not go bad? It's got butter in it.
It doesn't go bad. It's your risk. I'll eat it. It's usually stays good for a while. I got it last week, so.
Well, but like, don't you need to is it refrigerated? I assume.
No, you don't refrigerate halwa.
Dude, there's no way you can just leave ghee at room temp for like weeks and it's not gonna make you ill.
Hey, more halwa for me. That's how I was raised.
Yeah, okay, well, there's problems happening in your body. If you're eating old dairy, dude, what are you doing?
And also, ghee is, separated. You take the milk out of the ghee is clarified butter.
Yeah, there's butter
It's
in
just
it.
oil.
It's
You
just
take the milk solids out of it.
okay. Maybe I mean, I think there's dairy in
People leave
in
out
ghee.
ghee out anyway. Like people
they?
buy ghee and they leave it
All right.
in the pantry.
I guess
Let's Google this.
I hope I'm
Shelf life
wrong.
of ghee.
Yeah, because this is the thing. I'm not wanting to eat unrefrigerated dairy products, weeks afterwards. And the video I
The
saw,
shelf life of pure ghee is indefinite if stored correctly. For best results, it's well sealed in a cool, dark space. Liken it to cellared fine wine.
well, you're a cool black guy, so I call that a cool dark space. Anyway,
Clip it! Nah, you can try it if you don't want to try it.
Hey, you
know
know what?
Have to.
We checked it out.
I can get you fresh ghee if you want.
There's a cool black guy giving it to me. I'll eat it. Cool black guy serves me something. I'm eating it.
Also, it's like really gelatinous. There's like a ton of sugar in it. It's like pickled in sugar.
Oh yeah, I think sugar's really good for shelf life too. That's good. I mean, I was reading about it. I read because I thought it was the stuff. I thought it was what it was, but then I looked it up, and then I was like, wait, it's not this halva stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you brought it up during the show we did.
Yeah, because that stuff is. I tried that. I didn't like it. Do you know what that is? Have you had halva?
I do. I think that's Indian, right? Or it's like
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know but it's like it looks like it would be fudge. It looks like it would have the taste and texture of fudge by looking at it, and then you bite into it and it's like a little chalky.
Just for you, I'll cut up some halwa and I'll refrigerate it right now. It's only been out for like a week and a half. I'll put it in the fridge. We'll save. We'll call that Keith's halwa, and you can try it.
It's probably gonna go in the toilet. A couple dunks in the toilet for me.
I'll take a bite with you.
Oh, will you?
It'll be Keith's special halwa.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and I'm sure the bite you have will be out of the side that wasn't dunked into the toilet. I know.
Special halwa.
Yeah.
I think I showed you, or I showed somebody. There's this person who's making halwa on the internet, and it is abysmal. They are putting like cranberries in halwa. They're like putting like friggin' peaches in halwa, and it's gross. Halwa should have some spices. It has some it's on the tip of my tongue. Cardamom.
Nutmeg. I looked it up. I just looked up the recipe.
And I lived the recipe.
Yeah, he lives. Look at this guy. Take a bite out of Mo.
I am 25% halwa. Those are people's nicknames. Somali people get nicknames like that. There's somebody out there named. I had a grandma. We called her a halwa. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a person I know. His nickname's Anjera.
Nice.
Which is a Somali flatbread.
That's cool.
I've been called cake before.
Okay, that rules. It's just Somali people are like, yo, let's just call you Foods. Let's just call you Foods.
Every Somali person has a nickname, man. You get a nickname.
I don't think I don't know if my grandma's had nicknames.
There's a guy, his nickname was Alole, which means like big belly.
Okay.
It's like, and everybody was like, he lost weight and they still called him Alole. Like, that's the hardest part. Like, when your nickname can't evolve with you.
Yeah. There was a guy, when I lived in California, my buddy called his other buddy Monty, which is short for Montequilla, which I guess means lard. And the buddy never knew that's why they called him Monty. So it's kind of like a bad nickname because he was like a 400-pound guy. Yeah, he was
I was called Big Mo. I was called Big Mo, and there was a guy named Fat Mo.
Oh yeah, you gotta discern.
I was fatter than Fat Mo, but because Fat Mo was so short, he looked fatter, so everyone called him Fat Mo.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, and there's Tall Mo.
He already
in the middle.
He already had He already had that name licensed.
Yeah, he never lose
He already
that.
went down to the DMV, got it licensed.
Yeah. Then he got diabetes, and then he's just diabetic.
He's just
now.
beating. He's just beating out somewhere.
He's
beating off in the distance.
He's just beating it off all day to Steam games.
Yeah. I never had good nicknames. Mine were never fun.
Anyone call you Sugar Plum?
No, it's like just a lot of mean ones I'm not going to bring up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. If they recall me that now, I probably had a little more of a quip for them. Get after him a little.
Because I'm a classically trained comic now.
Well, I'm not afraid of bullies anymore. I don't care about a bully.
He is strapped.
Yeah.
A strapped guy. Have you been following the RICO case of Young Thug?
I can't wait for this one. No, I haven't. RICO, that's
racketeering.
Yes.
Racketeering, what is
Yes.
it? Racketeering is something else. Stands for something. That's how they got the mop.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put the abbreviation and what it means up here.
The more you know.
No, we won't. Just
So he's facing RICO trials in Atlanta, and it's all over the internet right now. His defense attorney is like explaining things to the jury, and he's like, "Oh, his name's Young Thug, but thug doesn't mean what you think it means. He's not a thug. Thug is an acronym. Thug is an acronym for truly humble
ugly guy.
upstart or something."
Okay.
I have it written down somewhere. Oh, truly humble under God.
Truly
humble under God.
This guy's name is Lil Thug. What's his name?
Young Thug.
Young Thug.
You haven't heard of Young Thug?
No, I haven't heard of Young Thug.
Young Thug's a rapper, pretty famous.
Okay.
Friends with not friends with Lil Wayne. He was like with with Lil Wayne's group. So this attorney is like explaining, and then have you ever heard of Pushin' P?
Nope.
It's like it was a song by Gunna. It's like Pushin' P. Okay, whatever. Pushin' P. The attorney's like, Pushin' P stands for pushing positivity, not pushing like drugs or pimping. It's like that's what it really means. It's like pushing positivity.
Okay.
And he's like in trial, just trying to explain this on record. Like
I would have, if I'm gonna make up lies about what my acronym is, it's gonna be a lot cooler than that.
Yeah. What else could you do with Thug?
I mean, I could Thug. Totally humongous undercarriage, guys. That is what I would just.
What's an undercarriage alluding to? Is that like a car?
Your
thing?
junk.
Your junk. Oh,
Big old junk.
For some reason, I think undercarriage is like your butt.
It's not in the trunk either. It's just right there. It's just hanging out there, just dipping in puddles on the street.
Can't think of anything else with Thug.
Tremendous. Yeah, no, that's it. Tremendous.
Tactically hung ugly guy.
Didn't I already say like totally huge ugly guy?
How about totally hung ugly guy? Basically Pete Davidson.
Tasty, huge, ugly guy. That's just us on the spot being brilliant.
This is how the
So did he get out
made.
did the RICO people, did he get out?
No, this is all like right now coming out, like what they're doing. It's not done yet. I think he's gonna go to jail, man. He already has people snitching on him. I think he's going to jail.
Yeah,
Who knows? Free Young Thug. I hope he doesn't go. I don't care.
I don't know the man. This is in Hotlanta?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know the man. If he's dangerous, I'd like to keep him behind bars. If he's not dangerous, I think he should be free to taste the air.
Yeah, dude, there are plenty of dangerous people who are out anyway, though.
Yeah, we're all. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're all in danger.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's
Of
bad.
course, if he's dangerous, I don't know. I don't even know if they have murders. I think they're literally trying to connect his gang, like his group, his affiliation. I think like Young Money or something, or no, it's not Young Money. It's something else. Like to like, it's just a weird case. I don't know. Like they're like gangsters or whatever. But
Yeah, that rules. I hope his rap is good. That's all I'm gonna say.
it's not.
Well then, geez.
It's not that great.
Well then, what are we talking about him for?
I don't know, man. It's just
You trying to educate me about hip hop?
I'm trying to make you black. You know?
One
So,
week at a time. Mo gets Keith to be just a bit blacker.
just a bit. You know, just I want.
Until one day, I drop an album.
Till one day he just leaves the house saying, I'm going to grab some cigarettes, and never comes back. Goes to Baltimore, lives a whole life eating crabs.
I love crab. So maybe I would do such a thing.
You love crab? I have a shellfish allergy.
You do?
Yeah.
I rubbed shellfish all over that can of seltzer before you came over. It keeps it fresh.
Joke's on you. I want to die.
Easy does it.
You think you're clever, huh?
I'm all right. But I don't know. I mean, let's go to jail if you gotta go. You know, it'll give him some more stuff to rap about. Maybe he'll get better.
Maybe he'll improve.
I just want everyone to improve. I'm pushing
DMX
positivity.
was a great rapper, and he went to jail.
Yeah.
I think
Snoop
jail
Dogg went to
helps
jail.
rappers. Yeah.
Snoop went to jail.
Kevin Gates, one of my favorite rappers, went to jail. Big ups to the general breadwinner squad.
My man Otis Breading, give it up for him.
Spreading. So let's talk about that show. You friggin' jerk.
I don't know what to say. Other than we had a good time. Shout out to Leonard Kimball for letting us do the show.
Okay, if he's not gonna say
Great
it,
Falls Comedy Club.
you were co-hosting with your friend and comic Connor McGrath. Not me. Booked me for the show.
Yeah.
Didn't co-host with me.
No, because Connor was like, I want to do this show.
With
me.
With you. Not me.
Yeah.
So they go up and they just crush it opening the show. And then they have me come up and they're like, we're going to do a bumping mics thing. We're going to bump mics, Mo.
Yeah, we're going to
bump.
We're going to shoot the breeze a little bit.
We're going to shoot the breeze.
We're
Come
see
right
what's
up.
going on.
I'm just hit with just a turret of fat phobia from both hosts.
A lot of fat.
Boom, boom, boom. I got called.
There's nothing more beautiful than just a fat guy calling another fat guy fat. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite combos.
The fat on fat violence was just,
just brutal verbal violence being tossed around the stage.
At one point, Connor called me. He said I looked like Martin Luther McChicken Thief. What was it? What's a McBurglar?
The Hamburglar?
Yeah, and then he called me
Martin Luther Hamburglar?
Martin Luther Hamburglar.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. And then he said I look like a fat, sweaty Otis Redding. And I was sweaty, and I am fat.
Otis sweating.
And the Otis Redding got me. And then Keith, after the show or later, it comes up, and what does he say?
I go, he should have said Otis Breading. Because that was... It's too good. That's a killer. That's your rap name. If you ever do rap,
my rap name is always going to be Mostradamus.
I think that's probably taken.
Oh, fuck.
That one's got to be taken already. Maybe if you had come up in the 70s, you probably could have nabbed that domain name.
It was a great show, though.
You had a good time?
I had a good time. Brianna was funny.
Nice.
She closed the show out by calling her drunk dad.
Yeah, that was like a really cool way to end the show, was to call her
dad.
Call a drunk dad on who lives in Montana.
PSA, all Americans, if you're listening, call your drunk dad. He needs a call. Give your drunk dad a call.
When's the last time you called is your dad a drunk?
I haven't talked to my dad. He isn't a drunk, but I haven't talked to my dad since 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. What is that now? Like...
Do you write him a letter?
6 years. I don't really like him, so I don't really got much to say to him.
So could he be dead?
Oh, probably, maybe.
He might be dead. You don't even know.
I would take the bereavement time if I found out.
Does he have a podcast or anything?
I bet he does.
Can we go look him up?
He's like, my son won't talk to me podcast. Let's talk about the last time I did something shitty. I was writing a joke actually lately about my dad. Well, I have a long-standing joke about how like one day I hope I could like bury the hatchet with my dad, with him in the same grave. But like
there it is.
I had a joke. I was just writing about how it's tough to be a single mom. It's tough to be a woman in general. Like I was raised by a single mom. It's tough to be just like a woman in general. I got a front row seat to that, like that kind of horror show, and especially like in the 90s. Cause like my mom, my mom offered a ride to this guy back home and she didn't know him that well, but
did he have a beard?
And he gets into the front seat of our minivan and I'm in the back seat. He's a tall, like Sudanese guy. And my mom was still married to my dad at the time. And this guy was hitting on my mom hard. And do you know what his opener was?
Hey, baby. Are you a cheetah? Because I hope I can bang you because I know you're with another man. What was it?
I have 4 wives.
I have 4 wives.
None of them are Somali. I'm just saying, And I feel like that is the best opener because at that point, he's sharing his references. He has 4 wives. And those are references. You can go, look, check in. He's not hiding anything.
Yeah, you can call the employer. You can give him a say,
background check.
Did this lady work here? Is she cool? Is she a weird looking lady? Is she just a camel with lipstick on? We don't know.
So he's bumming a ride over to his house. So we live in the same direction. And it's like dark out. I don't know why my mom said yes, but like my mom felt bad. He was an immigrant. She's an immigrant. She had a car. We were used to walking to places, like not having a car. So she feels bad when she sees people like having to walk, especially if it's cold. So I'm in the back seat and I'm seething and my mom's trying to laugh it off and like try to get him to his destination. And
final destination.
Maybe a lot of people don't identify with me, but if you're like a 13-year-old boy and you have a single mom, one thing you do, you hide knives. You hide knives in different places. I kept a knife near my bed. I kept a knife somewhere in the living room. I just kept knives everywhere. That's like a totally normal, well-adjusted kid thing to do, right? I just didn't have my car knife with me at the time. And I remember I was like, fuck, I really wish I did. Because this guy was pissing me off. He was like, kept flirting with my mom. So me and my brother kept kicking the back seat to tell him to fuck off. And then he finally got out. But I'm still working on that joke. But something about the references and the multiple wives I kind of like. But
there's, nothing will stop a bad man more than just annoying him by kicking the back of his chair.
I just wanted to show him he did not want to be my stepdad,
if someone had just found Hitler and just kicked the back of his chair for a while, maybe that guy would have stopped,
Yeah.
Just move along. Move along. Well, but the thing with picking up hitchhikers is, your mom could end up chopped up into a million pieces. You could have been chopped up. Maybe all were chopped up. Maybe all got, could have been buried in the woods.
See, and empathy keeps you from thinking about being chopped up in the woods.
And that's why you gotta have your head on a swivel and make sure you're not getting put in the woods.
Honestly,
against your will.
If that guy was grabbing the wheel or doing anything.
Is this empty?
Yeah, but I like holding it.
Is this an advertisement for Hannaford brand friggin' seltzer over here? They don't get free advertising. They gotta pay us.
You gotta pay us, Hannaford.
Hannaford gotta pay.
I think she sort of knew the guy too. It wasn't that, but yeah, it was just a weird encounter. I just remembered it over the weekend. I'm like, there might be something there. Might be a memory to whip out during the. Where does your inspiration come from for joke writing and stuff?
It's usually observational, or having a weird what if this was this thing, and that might kind of trigger a weird joke idea. Or maybe I I think of something makes me laugh, like just the idea of even just a basic thing, not even a premise, just like some sort of funny inanimate object. I'll just be like, oh, that's funny. How can I turn that into a joke somehow?
What is an inanimate object that is just objectively funny as is?
I'd say
Turkey basters. Those are funny just as is, right? Like especially comically large turkey.
But the
basters.
word has to make you laugh too. Because you're not using a prop on stage. If you had the turkey baster in your pocket and that was your prop for your joke, then maybe
turkey baster in your pocket.
But if there's like a word that's funny, it makes me think of something funny, then I'm gonna go try to maybe do a joke around that if I think of something like that. But that's or I mean, something will happen in the room. Maybe I'll be doing stand up and I'll have maybe a crowd work moment, a basic one or something, and then
I love crowd work, man. That last show had some good crowd work. I think one of the bigger pops was for the throuple up front. There's a guy who newly broke up with his girlfriend and was at a show with his friend and his friend's girlfriend. Kind of looked out of place. He kept talking about how people should ride his mustache, and I was like, maybe hold off on the personality, you know? Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Just trying to look out for you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Well, now it's too much.
I appreciate you so much. Oh, jeez. Something else I saw on the internet, apparently like a 12-year-old boy is in a lot of trouble right now for stealing a forklift and driving on the highway.
You know, if only I had the drive to steal a forklift in my preteens and then just take it out for a spin in an area where people are driving 65 miles an hour or more.
Yeah.
That, I think I could have been a lot cooler. I probably wouldn't be doing this podcast right now.
Dude, you'd be just, I don't think you could get through all the women.
The women, I mean.
Oh my God.
Think of how many times my teacher would have been fired.
Oh, yeah, every teacher. Oh my God.
any teacher that laid eyes on me. Oh my God, this kid, I need to take that for a spin.
I need to be his first.
I don't even. Where did he get the forklift?
I don't know. Didn't really read past the headline. It's one of those things where am I really going to get anything more out of reading the story fully?
Well, I want to know where he got this forklift from, because clearly unattended forklift with the keys in the ignition. I don't think he
unattended child?
I don't think he's hot-wired. Yeah, unattended forklift, unattended child. Where is this happening? You know?
Probably Florida.
It's got to be Florida.
It has to be.
But yeah, I've used a forklift before, man. They're not easy. Why'd you look at my arm when you're like, let me make sure his bicep approves of that thought?
I was just curious what was written there for some reason. I thought it was an all black sweatshirt, and then I was like, what are those letters?
It's American Eagle. Not a sponsor.
Hannaford, American Eagle.
Rode microphone, not a sponsor. It's okay. Well, maybe one day.
Google 6P.
The
official phone of the NBA.
There it is. No, the forklift though. I remember being scared to drive a car as when I first, not scared, but definitely not oh yeah, let me get behind the wheel of a car. When I was of age to drive, let alone being 12 and driving on the highway, that kid's probably insane, right?
That kid's fucked up. Yeah, honestly, what's crazy to me, I've been driving forever, and I still take, every single time I'm behind the wheel, I take it super seriously. Always two hands on the wheel. Always traveling the speed limit.
Pants are up.
Dude, yeah. I am fully flaccid when I'm
Always
driving.
flaccid.
I'm focused. You can't even talk to me.
Yeah. You don't even... Always looking. Barely blinks.
Never change lanes. I'm in the travel lane.
Doesn't change.
Time.
Won't even change.
If you're slow, you're going 50. I'm going 50 in the travel lane. That's what we're brothers. We're here together. And when you go and when we depart and you go into that exit, I'm a wave. I'm a wave to you. I miss you, Poppy.
You're going to be like, now I have to drive 95 miles an hour till I get behind the next 50 mile per hour guy.
And then slow
I
it
got to
down.
hurry up to slow down. They call me slow-mo.
Yeah, it's my job. Hey, you're more liable to get into an accident when you're changing lanes, when you're backing, when you're proceeding from a stop sign. Guys, you have to be safe.
You do.
Behind a wheel.
And speaking of being behind the wheel, Mo got a new car recently.
Recently, it was like, what, 4 podcasts ago?
Yeah, that's pretty.
For this podcast. I invested for this podcast.
He got a new car because of this podcast.
It got ripped
only
off.
because of
the
this
car
podcast.
market's so bad.
And I just looked the other day. I think it's getting recalled.
No, Honda's recalling a bunch of cars, but the HRV isn't on that list.
It is. They just had another one. There's some.
No.
Yes, dude. I'm not even kidding.
Are you serious?
I almost sent you the article, but then I was like, he might not show up to this podcast because he'll be like, my car's gonna. I can't drive.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
You found out. That's how
I
know
thought
we're not friends. Because
I figured I'd save it for the podcast.
You found out. And
No,
you're
I
like,
was gonna
I'm
text you.
Save that for the podcast.
I was gonna text you, but then I was like, it'll give us some.
I was on the highway over here.
It
You're
wasn't.
not gonna
Like,
tell me.
it wasn't like your car is gonna fall apart type of thing. They would have. I figured they contact you. I don't even think I'd have to be the one.
It's
to contact
nice to know where this relationship
Whoa.
stands. You're
I'm
like,
surprised you didn't know. I thought you would have found out.
I thought I would have found out too. I knew about the last recall. I swear. I think you're messing with me. I'm literally searching the recall. I'm going on the National Highway Safety website and looking at
2022 HRV recall. Look it up.
Oh my god! I swear to God, I'm gonna.
All you get. The only thing is just don't get in an accident. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god! Is it about the airbags?
No, it's not the airbag. It's something to do with the seatbelt.
Oh my god!
Just don't crash, Mo. Whatever you do, don't crash.
I swear, nothing is found.
All right, it probably made it up then. I might have made that one up. I got a good rise.
I know there was a recall on Hondas for their engines, and I think I told you about this.
Yeah, that one.
Holy shit, more than 303,000 Honda Accords and HRVs recalled over missing seatbelt piece? My safety! Well, what piece was missing? The pretensioner? What part of this? The front, it was the pretensioner. What the pretensioners missing? Front seatbelt pretensioners were assembled without a rivet securing the quick connector and wire plate. Pretensioners are devices. I know what a pretensioner is. I'm not an idiot. But Jesus Christ. Oh my, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it down. That's upsetting.
I thought you
That's
knew.
upsetting. I didn't know.
You would know. Well, now I told you.
And I'm in the auto industry. None of my friends told me. I hate you guys. None of you guys told me. They all know what car I drive. We know which car we all drive. And oh my god, I hate this. I'm so anxious. I have to drive back home after this. I'm waking up the baby. I'm sorry. Jesus. Oh my god, dude. So upsetting.
It's gonna be fine.
I am marginally unsafe.
You're
right now.
You're fine. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't be a dum-dum on the roads.
I'm not a dum-dum, but
how do they not call you up? Isn't that wild?
Nobody called me. You know? Oh my god! You know it's crazy.
Did you just get a call and they were like, and
No.
you just were like, ignore?
No, nobody called me, but I got an email from my dealership.
Here we go.
Saying, "Hey, it's time for your first service visit.
Oh.
Please call us and schedule an appointment."
They're gonna get that.
And I
in
was
there.
like, "I'm not due for a service." Those
That's what it
sneaky
is.
little
They're
rascals.
gonna they want to do a little recall action
They
without
want to do
you
a
knowing.
little fixie wixie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, my girlfriend's a lawyer, and I'm putting her right on this. putting her right on this.
You notice the white voice is really coming through.
I'm filing a complaint right now.
Karen is coming out.
I'm talking to everyone's supervisor today. No, I can't talk to a supervisor about
let's
this.
be honest. 9 a.m.
I need to talk to an executive. I want written apology from Mr. Honda himself.
Johnny Honda.
I want Johnny Honda to say I'm sorry.
Sorry with the pretensioner.
And I want him to give me a bowl of ramen.
That's how it is, man. So really happy that I got to be the one to tell you.
We text like I think I talked to Keith at least once or twice every day, every other day.
I thought we,
and at no point
I was gonna text you when we were supposed to do the podcast yesterday. I was like, oh, I'll tell him when he gets to during the podcast. But then I was like, he probably knows about it anyway. This isn't gonna be cool. But no, this is actually like,
if I knew that your vehicle, which is also a Honda, had a recall, I'd be like, Keith, don't let the baby in the car. There's a recall.
I know. I was pretty happy to see that
dude.
I'm pretty happy to see that my car didn't get recalled though. This guy's over here bragging about his car not getting recalled, and then next week
dodged the last recall. This recall technically isn't as bad as the other recall because the other recall kills the life of your engine.
Yeah,
like by a lot.
Yeah.
This just kills you.
It just kills you. So, I mean, it's on them. They don't want to kill you because then who's going to pay for the car?
But that is so sneaky. The minute I got that email from my dealer, I should have checked the VIN. I should have gone and checked the recalls. I should have. That's so stupid. Because I was like, why did they email me? I'm like, that's so nice of them, but I've only had the car for like a month. There's no need for service.
You're one of the lucky few. I told you they had a recall thing. Mine was like, apparently like the hood of the car could have just flown up on my car. Apparently that happened a few times in my old car, and it just, I mean, oh, what an embarrassing thing to have happen on the highway.
Yeah, it could hurt. That could decapitate.
Decrapitation.
Decapitate is funny.
That's okay.
Decapitate is funny. Like,
it is.
You poop your pants when you lose your head?
When you die, do you decapitate?
Decapitate.
Yeah, you probably do. I bet you do. I don't know what that means.
Are you saying specifically me?
Just you.
No, if I were to chop your head off, you would shit bricks.
There would be bricks in there. You'd be weighing down.
Smelly.
You'd be weighing down the whole world over here.
Oh my god.
That
was a good reaction. You got what you wanted out of the entire deal. Clip it.
Wow, that was like way crazier than I ever expected it to be. I had a feeling.
Poor Amy. I'm sorry. If you could provide her with my humblest apologies.
She loves it when it gets loud down here. She knows when it gets loud. She knows it's going to be a good podcast.
Tire you out. She knows.
Yeah, she won't have to. She won't have to give me the sleeping medication.
She's like, if it gets loud down there, Keith will just knock
He'll
right
just
out.
Go right out.
He'll just.
Except I have to go host an open mic after this. It's probably going to be the last one.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, it probably. I mean, it might not be. It's not in stone. It's really. I might call it the last one if I get there and there's like nobody there.
Who's expected to?
I don't know. Comedian. The thing is, it's late. It's a late mic, and
it's a Tuesday.
People would hop over there after the other mic that happened at Cheese Louise.
Free sponsors
today. And now that one ended last week or 2 weeks ago. And
forever?
Yeah, it's over.
What happened to Josh?
He just wanted to end it. He was done with it.
Coward.
But now I think that
he has a girlfriend now, though.
He's had one. I think that getting killed off is probably going to be the death of the mic at Blue. But we'll see. Maybe it'll reinvigorate people. Maybe people have no choice anymore and they have to come to it.
Then you're going to get the real weirdos.
That's okay.
Love open
We've been
mic
getting
weirdos.
We've been getting some real weirdo. The last week when no comics showed up, really, we got some classic like, oh, I don't do comedy people. We got a bunch of them. We got like 3 or 4 people that never did comedy.
You know, I will say to our listeners, you know, the few and loyal, I say do stand up. I don't mean like go like, you know, try to become a comic or everything, like unless you want to, but like I think everybody should, as a fun thing to do, go out with friends, go to an open mic, and just goat one of your friends to sign up and have fun and just talk. Share a story, and if you bring like 5 friends of yours, you're gonna make the whole room laugh. They're your friends. They're gonna either laugh at you trying to do stand up or laugh with you. But I think it builds confidence. It increases your sperm count.
If you're in your 20s, yes.
I think even older, man. I think, dude, freaking 60.
No, I'm not saying don't do comedy if you're not in your 20s. I'm saying your friends will come out if you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
If you're in your 30s doing comedy, maybe if you have like a lot of work friends
will come out.
If you have a lot of work friends or something that they're like, they think you're the funny guy in the office or the funny lady in the office, they might come out and see you. But your friends aren't like, when you're in your 20s, your friends come out all the time. They're going to want to go because it's at a bar. They're going to be drinking, having a good time, whatever. Mm. But when you're in your 30s, it's...
I disagree, man, because when I first started, a lot of the people that went out to my shows, I was in my 20s, but the people that came out were like the, 40, 50-year-old people that I worked with.
Yeah. You think there was a lot of white guilt there as to why they were showing up?
They said they liked me. I thought they liked me.
It was the guilt.
It was the guilt.
It was just strictly guilt. That's why they want to go see.
They're like, we want to go. Dude, my first boss where I worked still is one of my biggest comedy supporters. Showed up to a bunch of shows.
Nice. And, where was he last Saturday?
Well, it's a she.
Where was she last Saturday?
It's very sexist.
Well, I don't know. You kind of talked about your boss like it was a guy.
Yeah, how?
Just because you're like saying how big his dick is and how he swings it around.
My bad. I did mention that.
And how strong his biceps were. And
I did bring people. I brought my girlfriend and her brother.
I know you did.
And I brought all of Lewiston. They all come for me.
You also called it Lewiston when we were in Auburn. That was kind of fun.
They're both the same.
They don't know. They don't think that.
I should get credit for showing up. I'm kidding. There were no black people in the audience outside of me and Leonard, though. We represented.
That's like nearly the whole population of black people in Maine. So that's a pretty good turnout.
Well, Auburn and Lewiston are pretty black.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Why don't they show up for comedy?
Well, they've got much better things to do, like eat halwa.
Are they just going to eat halwa?
Just eat halwa all day.
Yeah.
And they pray. That was pray time. That was around.
How come you weren't praying?
Maghrib time. How do you know I wasn't praying?
Because I didn't see you get the little rug out and do the little thing.
Do you think we need the rug to pray?
I think you need the rug.
Required?
Oh yeah, no, I read about you people. I've seen. I'm like, step one, you gotta get a rug.
The rug is it's called the sully, and it's not required.
Well, in my mind, it's required.
As long as it's like a clean surface, you can pray on whatever.
I've never seen you pray, and I've been around you several hours of the day.
You have never been around me longer than 2 hours.
You saving your prayer? You praying around, not around me?
I probably shouldn't have opened the can of worms.
Oh, the worms have been opened, and now Mo is busted.
All you need to pray is water and your spirit.
Cool.
And $50,000.
And 50,000 bones.
That's why Saudi Arabia is so wealthy. It's really just an expensive. I'm gonna stop. No joking about religion over here, unless it's Scientology.
You want to talk about Scientology?
No,
I don't.
No, too scared. Okay, no talking about Scientology. Let's talk about Mormons. I like Mormons. They're nice. You're not religious, right?
No, I'm not. I grew up. Catholic. I went to the Unitarian Universalist Church.
See, why is it that white folks have churches that are like friggin' final boss names? Like the Lutherans, the Pescatarians. Okay,
the Pescatarian Church is big.
Yeah, the big fish church.
They love the fish over there.
They worship
I don't know. I have no idea, man. It was never my thing. The UUs are not. They're not really Christian.
What's their thing?
They're kind of like a hippie church. They're kind of like everybody's
they just
cool.
Snap. They're like, Jesus died for us.
It's not even big. It's just not even a big Jesus church. It's more like
Are they like
they
Moses,
teach
or-
about Moses. Yeah, they a lot of Moses
part
action.
of the sea.
But I think it really depends on, I guess I don't really know what other UU churches are like.
You use the way that's what they call it, UU. That's a
UU church, yeah.
UU church.
Unitarian Universalist.
Unitarian Universalist.
There's a lot of syllables there, so they just go with the UU church.
I was at the UU church last night.
But really good
predominantly
community.
white, or like you got Koreans in there, like.
I grew up in a white populated town, so I mean it was white people, but it's definitely.
Do they sing in
hippie.
church? Was it?
They would do the singing and stuff. See, I never was in like the church part. It was always like Sunday school. And we would do like projects. We'd make like Moses out of like some sticks and whatever, and
and then like burn it,
put him down the river and whatnot.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, a lot of like what's in religion, I think it's important for kids to be raised around religion, because I feel like that helped me growing up as a kid, like just like the structure of it. Like,
yeah, religion has some good stuff, but it's also
the weekend we go to the mosque. But I also think that there's a lot of violence.
Of violence.
Just an insane amount of violence.
Oh yeah, because every religion thinks they're the best, and they want everyone to do the stuff that they do, and if you don't, then they're probably going to kill you.
Just in the Bible, there's just a ton of violence in the Bible. Like, and it's just
there's a lot of killing, a lot of that. I mean, it's all
not knocking the Bible. I'm just, I wouldn't want my kid playing like Modern Warfare.
No, you don't. It's
at age like 4.
But we didn't. That's not the stuff that we were really learning about in the Sunday school, the part I went to. Really, to me, very little. There was like spirituality, definitely, but mostly it was about community and like doing stuff together, and like there was like, I remember a lot of potlucks and like bringing everyone together. It would be very fun, and I still remain friends with UU people, from even back then. Like my friend, UU, my buddy who listens to the podcast. Shout out Matt Gary.
Thanks, Matt Gary.
I never dropped his name on here, but he just got dropped.
MG.
Having his birthday on Friday, going to spend some time.
Oh, nice. You're going to be hugging? You're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, we might. Might play a little poker.
Some MG with my MG.
Play some pool.
I love pool.
Play some pool. All that fun stuff.
I saw some kids play Magic the Gathering.
Probably watch some sports. Usually what happens. Might have some adult beverages, maybe. We'll see.
Oh my, dude, you're really
maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Patriots suck right now. They're bad.
They stink real bad, but this is but you want them to stink at this point. You don't want them to start winning games, because
you want a better draft.
You want that good draft. You need a good quarterback, and there's some good
None of them are good, apparently. All the quarterbacks are sucking.
That are available right now for draft next year?
Not drafted, just like those in the league. Except for like, who is it? Who's really crushing it?
There's a bunch of...
The
come on, Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, you got Josh Allen. I don't know what's going on with him. He's a good quarterback. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. I mean,
but the Patriots one sucks, right?
Lamar Jackson. Oh my God.
My girlfriend watches football. I watch the NBA. I just know that she's very depressed. She hates this football season.
Tell him it has to be Lamar Jackson, right? Am I really? Yeah, it's Lamar Jackson. I don't know why I didn't think it was Lamar. I was like, just because if you got the name Jackson, you're like Michael Jackson. It's just such a famous last name because of Michael Jackson that you're just like, it can't be his last name. He can't.
You think Jackson is famous because of Michael Jackson?
I mean, he's the most famous person with the last name Jackson.
Yeah, Muhammad is the most popular name in the world.
I'm saying like
famous
celebrity.
Muhammad Ali.
No, but I'm saying like it's a famous celebrity name.
Doesn't Jackson come from like a president or something?
Yeah, but no one thinks about that guy.
I think about Andrew Jackson.
You think about Andrew Jackson?
I do.
Well,
I always still remember the Trail of Tears. I keep it in my
when
heart.
someone says
Do you
Jackson,
not?
when someone says Jackson, and they say first thing comes to mind when you hear the name Jackson, and if you don't go Michael, I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking.
I think Andrew Jackson.
All right. Well,
I do think Michael, though. Michael Jackson is amazing. Outside of, what they verified in his house.
but we're talking about football. We're not talking. This is the ADD hour.
But dude, Belichick's mad. What are they? 0-9 or what?
2-9.
2-9.
And this is the thing.
They lost in Germany, right?
They lost in Germany. They lost 10-6, and this past weekend they lost 10-7. They just can't seem to score points. Their defense is pretty good, and the offense is just so bad. They're doing all the turnovers. They're giving the other team the ball, and just Mac Jones is just throwing interceptions like it's his job.
I remember I wrote something about how, Belichick blames lack of thigh gap for offensive line's performance.
Yeah, that's Bill. That's classic Bill. They're saying he's gonna go to the Washington Commanders. They're saying he's gonna leave the team.
What at that age when you've made ungodly amounts of money?
He's 70.
He's
70 years old.
Just vibe.
He could just vibe at this point, but he loves football. And also, I think he's gonna be coaching the Patriots next year. I don't know. I really don't think that he's gonna leave in my heart of hearts, because I think they're gonna get a killer quarterback, because they're gonna suck the rest of the year. They're gonna tank the season, as they should. They never do that because they're always doing well, so they never tank it. This year, they might as well tank it. If they can get one of those first couple of picks, I think they're gonna be sitting pretty next year, because I mean they got that killer defense. They just need that QB, man. And we're gonna be
receivers and all that stuff are good, or
there's some good ones. There's not. It's a little tough though. That's another issue. The offense is an issue, but quarterback's big, and if you get a good quarterback, it really helps your odds a bit. I mean, because when Tom Brady started for the Patriots, he wasn't an amazing quarterback, like physically, but mentally he was like insane, like
smarty pants.
Smart.
Except for FTX, he really messed that up. Definitely not an all-star investor, but
no, he blew that one. So did Larry David.
Yeah, I think Larry David didn't invest. He just was hired on to
But he still did the thing, that was the thing. They wanted to pay him in the crypto or whatever, and he was like, I don't think so.
I'll take the money.
I think I'll take the money. I'll take the money.
I'll take the money. Yeah, I'll take the money.
Yeah, I'll take the money. I can see him doing that.
Him and his wife, Brady's wife, they spent I think they said $600 million or something.
Oh, I don't know.
On FTX.
I don't think so.
He's going to jail for a long time.
No, he's going in for life.
I don't think he's gonna complete a sentence saying Bankman-Fried.
I don't think he'll complete life. I think he will.
I think he will.
He's dying in jail.
I think he's not going to last long. I think he's gonna end it.
I doubt it.
They said he couldn't handle not having internet for a little bit.
Yeah, but that's because he's just in the withdrawal phase. You give him a couple weeks no internet, he'll be fine.
That dude looks softer than Charmin, as the late great Kobe Bryant would have said. That boy looks soft.
He's probably pretty soft.
He's a soft boy.
Yeah, you see him with his afro and, well, it's not that Jew-fro, I guess.
I don't know what to call it.
He's got a fro. He's got what they call some sort of
They're
a
going
fro.
to cut that up.
That's gone.
Braid that for
That's
him.
going to be gone. All of his crazy hair's gone. He's going to
go to Club Fed, though. He's going to go to a nice,
Oh, yeah, no,
what call a crime.
He's going to be cutting garlic with a razor blade like they did in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
He'll be doing some
Too
of that.
many onions on the sauce.
Yes, too many onions in the sauce.
Yeah, that's too many onions. I only put 4 or 5 onions in there. That's too many onions in the sauce.
As a kid, I was I was like, I'll never go to jail, you know what I mean? Like, it's never gonna be in the cards for me. Do you think that guy was probably like that too, or was he like, I'm gonna play these games, I think might end up in jail one day?
At one point, I feel like when you were committing the type of financial crimes he was, like, you have to be considering, like, if I go to jail, how long would I go? Like, what's the... Because he committed a crazy amount of fraud. Like, basically, it was like replicating one of the banking crises in America. Like, he used depositor funds to invest, and nobody knew, and like lied about it, misrepresented it to a bunch of people. It's the craziest fraud. And the fact of the matter is, he spent, who really needs to hang for this? Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank went to Congress to defend Sam Bankman-Fried, and nobody's talking about how he was dead wrong about this. And he has not apologized for it. He was telling people to join FTX. He was investing in it. He was just I don't know if you know who Kevin O'Leary is, but
no, I know who he is.
He's Mr. Wonderful on Shark
yeah.
Tank.
No,
yeah.
He's the rich guy. But those people, the Sam Bankman-Frieds of the world, are probably charismatic and convincing, and can get you to do things almost like a cult leader. Just get you.
I don't think he was charismatic, dude. I think it's so weird.
Well, he was offering a lot, and people see dollar signs.
He was offering a lot of autism. Like, people were like, "Oh, this guy's like the Rain Man of money." Like, he played League of Legends during an investor call, and they were like, they knew he was. They're like, "We heard clicking in the background, but that was just his genius flowing as he fed in the bot lane playing League."
Okay, what? I mean, it's whatever, lawyery stuff. But I think it's easy to convince someone when you're just saying all this money, promising a lot of money. I think people will just kind of do whatever if you can make it sound legit. People are like, yeah, this makes sense, let's do this.
People are real stupid though.
Because when you look at what was happening with cryptocurrency at that time, and it was just skyrocketing, people were just like, oh, it's like printing money, I could just make even more money. It's just gluttony, and this guy's gonna pay, and yeah, I don't know, he'll probably get out in 10 years on good behavior or whatever.
Yeah, probably write a book about it, start a podcast.
He'll probably be in jail forever, I think.
I don't know how long they're going to do it. I think they said...
You know why, though? It's because he's a rich guy that was ripping off other rich people.
Yeah.
When you rip off other rich people, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. Yeah. You rip off all the poor people, everybody, you get a fine.
Yeah.
You get a fine. But when you mess with the big dogs, we got your head.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're the big dogs.
Yeah.
They don't call them little dogs.
No.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if sentencing went through for him. Probably shouldn't have gone to trial. I bet they offered him something. It's a little bit of jail time, a little bit of grease in the feathers. He greasing the wheels, not the feathers. You don't grease feathers. I don't think you do.
I would never grease a feather.
Yeah. Is that
unless I was styling a hat with a feather in it and I needed to grease it up to fix the hat to make the feather look good.
Speaking of your hat, you should tell people the background of the little cap you're wearing right now.
Yeah, okay. My hat was crafted by my mother. She made this hat. She knitted it. And she thought my head was...
Thank your mom. You thank her for that nice... That's great stitch work.
She thought my head was a baby's head, and this hat is incredibly tight. And she said, "You know what? Just wear it. It'll stretch out." And that's what I'm doing.
I don't think I could.
I'm wearing it. There is no... This hat would burst. Okay.
Because I got all the knowledge. I'm smart. Hey, commenters, I can read, okay? Just because I couldn't read the little Andre 3000 name of the song because the thing wouldn't load, I can read, okay?
He can't read, and that's fine. The other commenter on our TikTok because I was telling Mo about Tool. I hope he sees this. He had posted 2 TikTok videos that were about bugs, and he was just
He's just a bug dude.
I don't know. He like came after us because of our clip. He was like, these guys are talking about Tool like no one's ever heard of Tool, and I'm like, well, Mo didn't know about Tool, and I was talking to Mo, and I clipped it because I thought it was fun to see Mo's reaction.
I thought it was informative, but yeah, obviously people are gonna know about some of the stuff we talk about. Like, there's gonna be.
I know, and it didn't mind me. I just like engaging with commenters because we are a small time podcast, and we can do that.
We have the time for the smoke. My God, please,
dude! If you comment, if you leave a comment, we're gonna reply to it.
We see everyone, and we want to engage.
We will engage even if it's mean,
childish,
because I'll fight back with you. I don't care,
dude. I play League of Legends. That means I do not care what I say to you on the internet.
He says
oh my God,
bad things to people.
Half the reason you play League of Legends is to talk crap as you play with children.
I don't play League of Legends because I don't want to interact with children in that capacity.
You play
I used
Magic.
to play Fortnite, and I remember you'd randomly get the high-voiced kid.
Oh, squeaker?
We'd get a squeaker on the line.
Kid,
get a little squeaker.
Oh my God, you killed me! You killed me at Salty Springs, you dingbat!
Saying the N-word, and I'd be like, all right.
You freaking N-word!
Yeah, I know, it was really bad.
You nagger!
Yeah, it was really not a good mix. I'm like, okay, all right.
Stop nagging me!
I literally told the kid, I'm like, can you just not say that? I mean, like, I'm not your dad.
You stop policing my language. You're not my mom. Okay.
I'm not your parents.
I'm gonna call you a nigger.
It's just really not what I want to be hearing from a small child. It feels really inappropriate. And that's also right.
It is weird when you're like a grown man and you're playing games like that.
Yeah, I quit playing Fortnite at that point.
Me and my friends have a rule. Like, if we hear a kid, we are going to be polite. We change our complete attitude.
That's what I do. I'm so PG. I'm so like keep it.
Because League of Legends doesn't have the voice chat. It's all like typed out chat.
Oh.
So, and you don't really swear in that chat because it's you just kind of call people bad. It's like, who cares? Like, you can't really hear them. But it's a different game when you like can hear another kid and you're like, oh my God, that's my nephew. That's my niece, or that's my like kid. So like when I hear that, I immediately go, okay, let's play the game, buddy. Let's just enjoy it. And I'll mute them. And like my friends, we just don't say anything to them. Because I feel like it was cool when we were 18 to like bag on like little kids playing video games. But now that like I'm almost 30, it's just like, it's not cool. It's weird. It's really awkward. Hearing kids scare me. Random child encounter. I'm scared of your little baby upstairs. I hear her walking around. I think Jurassic Park, just like all the way up. It's scary, you know.
She's fine. She'll probably just get you sick, but otherwise,
she'll bite me and get me sick.
Pretty good. She'll probably give you rabies.
Yeah. Well,
you get some of that baby rabies.
It's that little spider monkey.
Yeah, she's got the spider monkey gene in her.
But no, you got to be polite. I remember me and my friends were getting really mad at this one kid, and then he got on voice cam and said, "I'm really sorry. I'm learning. I'm sorry." And I was just like,
yeah. Well, one time I was on the chat with some kid. We were playing squads on Fortnite, and this kid was getting real rowdy and saying stuff, and I'm just like, you know, let's tone it down. And then he started telling me about who his parents were, and then I figured out that it was actually the kid of. This has been Mo Keith time.